Just, it's all so incredible, isn't it? I mean, just seeing this baby and hearing its little heartbeat.
It makes it all real, doesn't it?
It's already real for you. I mean, you already have this little living, breathing, miraculous thing inside you.
I'm gonna be a mother.
I'm gonna be a father.
What's that look in your eyes, Teresa? Sadness? Anger? Longing? All the above?
That should be me with Ethan. You know, having his baby. I so wanted to give him children. And then Julian came along and he just ruined things for me.
Yeah, Father's got a way of doing that.
And now Gwen has his heart.
They sure look happy together.
Not for long.
No?
And I just remember something that my mother used to say. She said, you can catch a lot more flies with honey than with vinegar. So, it's time I started oozing a little sweetness.
Does this have anything to do with what you said about taking Ethan somewhere? Showing him our mother's true colors?
Yeah, by the time I'm done, Ethan will see with his own eyes what a miserable human being Ivy really is. And he will start believing in me again. Ivy is going down in flames. All I am asking, please, Sam, all I am asking is that you don't put me in a facility where I will die. Please, Sam, please, just let me stay here in your house.
Grace, did you get the information on the assisted living facilities for Ivy?
Yes, Harmony Woods. It appears quite lovely. You should look at it.
I'm sure it's just the sort of environment you'd thrive in.
Don't you dare mock me. And don't you take Grace's side or I will ruin you.
Baby, I can't wait to get out of here. It's been a long time since we had any quality time together.
Oh, honey. Oh, I can't leave.
Sweetheart, you said we're going to go out of town.
I know. And I do, honey. I feel terrible, but I have to wait for Antonio's latest lab results. And, you know, that can take quite a while.
Well, baby, let some other doctor take care of her. You're not the only doctor in the hospital.
Yeah, but, honey, Antonio's a special case. The drug that I gave him is experimental, and I promised Pilar that I would stay on top of his condition.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. You go ahead and take care of everybody else first, okay? Go ahead. Don't even give your husband a second thought. Hell, don't even think about him at all.
Oh, Antonio. I'm so sorry this happened to you. If only I'd been able to talk you out of racing that day. Kept you from getting hurt. But I know that there is nothing I could have done, nothing I could have said that would have kept you from driving that car. You love Sheridan so much that you'd do anything for her, including risk your own life. Well, she is here for you, Antonio. She's just outside. And she is going to stay by your side. At least I hope she is.
I can't believe you.
Believe it, Luis. All right, I'm a crane. I can afford anything I want, and I want you to leave me alone.
Sharon, why are you acting this way? Come on, we love each other.
Would you please stop saying that? Okay, I am married to your brother. Married! I don't have any room for you in my life anymore. End of story.
No, that is not the end of the story.
Please.
Sheridan.
Would you please just move on with your life? It's killing me that you won't let go.
What am I supposed to do? I should just walk away?
No, don't walk. Run. Find happiness with someone else.
You know that there is no one else.
Yes, there is. There's Beth. You've loved her for years.
Why don't you just go find Beth, ask her to marry you?
No. I'm not going to Beth. I'm not marrying her. There's no way that I'm gonna marry Beth.
You've known her since high school. You've loved her for years. You keep going back.
I don't keep going back.
Yes. You were going to marry her when you thought I was dead. And at the double wedding, you were standing next to her at the altar.
No, that was a mistake. And you're not dead, you're alive. And I love you with all my heart.
No, Louise, I'm not alive to you. I'm married to your mother.
It doesn't change the way I feel about you.
Look, I will not break my wedding vows. You're never going to be able to hold me or kiss me or make love to me. You'll never have a life with me, so I might as well be dead to you.
No, Sheridan.
Louise, please, just leave me alone, all right? Go make a life for yourself somewhere else.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I need you both to come with me.
Where?
To the Bennetts. To see your mother.
Why? Are you going to cause her more trouble? Because if you are,
No trouble. Ethan, I think that I have a way to solve her problems and yours.
What way?
Well, come with me and you'll see.
It's all right with me.
All right. All right, we'll come.
But we need to go say goodbye to Sheridan first, okay? We'll meet you at the Bennett's.
Thank you.
I'm serious about what I just said. You'd better not hurt my mother again.
I won't. Don't worry, Ethan. I won't do anything to hurt her. Ivy's gonna do that all by herself.
Rooms appear spacious.
Sliding doors out to a patio?
24-hour day help. Physical therapist on call.
It seems like it would be perfect for you, Ivy.
I'm sure Ivy agrees.
What is it that you don't like?
Well, it isn't just the place. It's the neighborhood.
Well, what's wrong with it?
I wouldn't feel safe there, Sam.
It's not a high crime area.
No, Sam and I lived in one just like it when we first got married.
Well, that was a long time ago, Grace. Neighborhoods change. They deteriorate.
Look, Ivy, I think you're blowing this way out of proportion, okay? It's not the most upscale neighborhood, but it's not a slum.
No, I'm sorry. I just can't go there. I mean, I appreciate everything you did to find the place, Grace. I do, but I can't live there. I'm an invalid, and the idea of living my life in fear...
I just got through telling you that the neighborhood is fine. It's not in a bad area.
Besides, spring is coming.
Spring? What does spring have to do with it?
Well, I would like to be able to plant a garden like I used to do at home, and the only open space around Harmony Woods is a paved-over, empty lot.
Well, Ivy, you know, I'm sorry you feel this way. I mean, I genuinely thought this would be a good solution to your problem.
Well, it isn't.
Okay. Well, that's it then. You're on your own.
What do you mean?
What I said earlier, Ivy, was not an idle threat. You're moving out of this house today.
You still want me to move out of here today? Where am I supposed to go?
I don't know, a hotel, maybe?
I tried that. They were all booked.
Ivy, that was the middle of a snowstorm. Look, the sun is shining, the roads are cleared. I'm sure there's plenty of rooms available. In fact, I'm going to call a few for you.
Wait, I can't go to a hotel. I can't afford it.
What do you think you're kidding?
I'm serious. I have no money. I'm broke.
Well, how am I supposed to just walk away from you and from everything that we mean to one another?
You just have to.
No.
Luis, can't you see what you're doing to me? You're refusing to go away. I'm dying inside. I hate what I've done to Antonio. I've robbed him of his life, and I don't want to do that to you. I don't want you to throw your life away on a woman who will never be available to you. That's why I want you to marry Beth. Have children with her. I know how much having a family means to you.
I know how important children are to you. Well, Shane, remember when we delivered that baby together?
Yes.
For someone who thought she wasn't cut out for motherhood, you're natural.
It's all I've ever wanted. There are no babies in my future. Antonio will never be able to father children. I just have to accept that and enjoy being an aunt to my nieces and nephew and to Gwen and Ethan's baby. But I don't want you to be noble and wait around for me.
This has nothing to do with being noble.
I want you to move on with your life, Louise. I want you to get married, have children. All right, but with someone else. Don't hold on to me. It would just be pointless.
Oh, Antonio. Seeing you like this, I can't help thinking how differently things could have been. If I hadn't kept quiet about my feelings for you, you wouldn't be here. We might be married, happy, and you'd be so full of life. But I know it's my fault. I just wasn't able to open up and tell you how I really felt. It's all because of my sister, Eve, and the hell she put me through. Well, I am not going to be afraid to speak up this time. I am going to tell TC how I feel about him. I'm going to tell him every single detail about Eve's rotten past. And I won't stop until he's gotten rid of her for good.
Oh, come on, honey, don't be angry.
You said we were going to spend the afternoon together.
I know.
Damn it, when do I start counting in your life, huh? It's always something. You always making some excuses.
Look, honey, when I promised that we would spend the day together, I didn't know what would happen with Antonio.
You know what? A husband can only take so much, Eve.
TC, I'm a doctor. There's always emergencies. That's a doctor's life, and you've never even complained about it till now, so why are you so angry?
Eve, I love you, okay? I mean, we never spend any time together anymore. It's always something. It's always an emergency. It's always a patient who needs something. I'm tired of it, Eve. I'm tired of it.
Oh, you are making this much too easy for me, sister dear. Now, all I have to do is step in and give TC a nice, soft shoulder to cry on.
Okay. So I'm a doctor, and I have patients and an erratic schedule, and that's just all part of the job.
Well, I'm getting tired of waiting around for you. So I'll leave you to your job.
TC, don't leave like this. TC!
Hey, TC.
Hey, Liz. How you doing?
Where are you going in such a hurry?
I don't know. I'm just out of here.
You seem upset. I hope I didn't do anything to upset you. You know, the sleepwalking.
Hey, nothing. Never mind.
Would you like to go for a walk and maybe talk about what's bothering you?
I'd love to.
Antonio's latest lab test, Dr. Russell.
Wow, I didn't expect to get them back so fast.
I knew you were anxious to see them. Unfortunately, there's not much new to report.
Oh, I see. Thanks, Bert.
No problem.
TC? TC?
Broke?
You can't be.
You?
Well, I am.
I don't believe this.
Julian has frozen all of the Crane assets we hold jointly. I can't get my hands on anything else I can convert to cash.
What about your own money? You come from a wealthy family.
Your father was governor of the state.
He had power, but no assets, so he made sure that I was married to one of the wealthiest men in the country. And what little money was left when he died was given to my siblings. Daddy thought I'd be well taken care of. He never knew that Julian would turn into such a bastard.
Well, there's got to be somebody else you can stay with.
I tried. I called all of my so-called friends last night. They've all turned their backs on me now that I'm no longer Mrs. Julian Crane. Sam was there. He knows. He heard.
That's true.
Oh, what about your jewelry? I mean, that must be worth thousands. Why don't you just pawn some of it?
Pawn shop would only give me a fraction of what these are worth. And some of these pieces, they're very, very precious to me. I mean, they're gifts from my mother and from Ethan. Please, don't make me part with them, please.
Oh, Ivy, you are so good. You've got every base covered. You won't be leaving here until Sam and Grace's marriage is on the rocks.
We're sorry to interrupt. We just wanted to say goodbye.
We're leaving, but if you need us, if you need anything.
Thank you. You know what? Could you guys give us a few minutes, please?
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you really mean what you just said to Luis? I mean, do you really and truly want him to move on with someone else? Yes. What good am I to him, trapped in this situation? I don't know if I could be that selfless. Of course you would. I know how deeply you love Ethan, and when you love someone that much, you want them to be happy, even if it means sacrificing a part of yourself. Are you sure there's no other way? No, he has to move on.
Ethan, I need your help. Sheridan just told me that I need to move on with my life. And I can't. You know, I just love her too much. And look, I figure that you know her as good as anyone else. And what can I do to get her to change her mind, you know, to convince her to let me stay with her?
Well, you're right. I do know Sheridan well, and when she says something, she means it.
Yeah.
And if she told you that you're hurting her by not doing what she thinks is best, I think you should believe her. You should honor her wishes. Move on with your life.
Yes.
Move on with my life. Without Sheridan. You do know what you're asking, right?
Yeah, I do. But you must. I mean, for Sheridan's sake. Louise, think of the position she's in, all right? She's in love with you. She's married to your brother. You and Sheridan, you're both ethical, moral people. She's not going to betray her wedding vows any more than you'd sleep with your brother's wife. It's an impossible situation, and you need to accept it. And the sooner the better. For Sheridan's sake, for yours.
Okay, we're gonna go. But again, sweetie, if you need anything, if you need to talk. Thank you. Okay.
Either of you.
Okay. Bye.
Thanks.
Thanks, Major. Oh, Louise.
Hey.
Louise.
Mr. Wallace. Hey.
What is she doing there? I've got to get in there before she blasts anything to Louise. Oh. Mother. Thank God. I was so worried. I've been looking all over for you. I didn't know what happened. Shouldn't she be in a room resting?
Actually, she's doing much better. In fact, we're releasing her.
Releasing her?
We're a bit short on beds today, so what your mother really needs right now is a little therapy and a lot of TLC. And who better to give it to her than her daughter? I'll call the visiting nurses, make arrangements to get you some help at home, okay?
Okay.
That's great. She gets to go home. You must be so excited. I know how much you love her.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Mother. Well, let's go home. All right. Here we go. Always ruining things for me, aren't you?
I sure do try.
To have to give up the last remnants of my former life.
I wish that we could resolve this, that we could make everyone happy.
Ivy is not going to be happy unless she's staying here, taking my place in this house and your life.
That's not true, Grace. All I want is to go back to my own house and my former life. If you can do that for me, I'll be out of here in a heartbeat.
That is a very clever offer, Ivy, since you know I have no way of making that happen.
And the other reason I have to stay here is legalities.
Legalities.
Ethan told me that if I set up residence in another domicile, it will hurt my chances of getting the mansion back, and I don't want to risk that. Teresa, is this a bad time? Oh, anytime you show it's a bad time.
Hello, Mother. A van dropped us off.
Well, it's hard to be a crippled in a house without an elevator, and I thought I could use that wheelchair upstairs.
Fox, you can leave that down here. Your mother won't be staying.
Well, Teresa, if you've come here to torment me and harass me...
It's good to see you, too, Ivy.
TC?
No, it's David Hastings. I need to talk to you.
About what?
Ivy's in the room, and I don't want her to overhear. In fact, she's the reason I'm calling. I can't take her anymore. But I'm also concerned about what you told me the other day about Liz and what she's trying to do to you, and I thought it'd be good for you to talk to someone about it.
You know what, David? I could use somebody to talk to. I meet you at the book cafe?
I'm on my way.
I'll just call TC on his cell phone.
TC, I'm so sorry I mentioned the high divorce rate in the medical profession. I hope it didn't cause any trouble between you and Eve.
Liz, don't worry about it.
You know, I didn't mean you and Eve specifically. I meant in general.
Yeah. I know I get very impatient with Eve's work schedule, but we're never going to get a divorce. She and I are so close. We almost always know what the other is doing or what the other's thinking.
Do you? How remarkable.
Come on, TC, answer the phone. Come on, where are you?
Oh, do you have to be so rough?
Do you have to be such an incredible pain in the butt?
Oh, there it is. There's that foul mouth of yours again. Look, how am I a pain? I had a stroke and two heart attacks. How could I help that?
You had a minor stroke and 2 minor heart attacks, and you're milking it for all it's worth.
How am I doing that? I can't walk. I can hardly talk here.
Oh, that sure doesn't shut you up, does it?
So, what was going on between Sheridan and Luis at the hospital?
None of your business.
Oh, you did something, didn't you? Huh? What have you done, huh? What?
Just gave Sheridan a little friendly advice, which she took. And with any luck, Luis will listen to what Sheridan has to say and come running back to me.
Gwen, Ethan, come on in. Teresa says you're on the way.
Oh, Ethan, thank God you're here.
Ethan, your mother's upset.
Well, of course I'm upset. I have no place to go. I mean, Sam was kind enough to take me in after Teresa so heartlessly threw me out into a blizzard. Now Grace says I have to leave.
Ivy's stay here was only intended to be one night. You know, the day is half over. She needs to find other arrangements.
I tried.
Ivy said you told her there would be legal difficulties if she found a permanent residence?
Yes. It would hurt her chances if she goes to court. See, a judge would be reluctant to restore her home and lifestyle if she found a permanent domicile. So Mother's case would be stronger legally, staying with friends.
I tried to explain.
You know, I am sorry if this sounds cold, but I'm not going to put my marriage on the line so Ivy can reclaim her life of luxury.
Marriage on the line?
Grace seems to think I'm trying to come between her and Sam.
Dad?
Look, it's just an awkward situation, Ethan. But I have to agree with Grace. I'm sorry, Ivy, but you've put us in a very difficult position. We just wouldn't feel comfortable with it.
I'm not trying to break you up, Sam. What kind of a woman do you think I am? We're about to find out.
So Ivy has moved into Sam and Grace's house?
Figuring it would give her the best shot at breaking them up.
Will this never end?
I gotta tell you, I just can't even imagine what it's like to be you. Being hit from 2 directions. I mean, firstly, Ivy blackmailing you, and now your sister.
Oh, and it's getting worse with my sister. And she blames me for everything. She says I ruined her life, so she's threatening to tell TC and my girls about my past. And I know she's trying to steal my husband.
I thought you were gonna tell TC the truth about your past yourself.
I was going to tell him, but I caught Liz playing a trick that was worthy of Ivy. She faked sleepwalking so she could worm her way into our bed while I was working.
What? Did she and TC...
Well, it certainly looked like it. I came in, Liz was in our bed, she and TC were kissing. Of course, TC is such a good man that he just won't believe that she did that intentionally.
Look, Eve, your marriage is a risk. You've got to tell TC that Liz is your sister.
I know, but if I tell him, then I will lose him.
You could lose him if you don't. My advice is stop her before she really gets her hooks into her.
David, you don't know how bad my past is. I would be so ashamed.
Look, I don't have a pretty past myself. And I understand what it's like to be trapped by a blackmailer.
Ivy.
I would hate to see you get hurt any more than is necessary. Tell TC your past before Liz does and completely ruins your life.
Oh, the ice on the sailboats out there. It's amazing.
Yeah. They look like glass sculptures, huh?
So beautiful.
Guess even I don't get a chance to see the scenery much lately because she's always so busy.
Lifestyle of a doctor, I guess.
Yeah, but I knew what I was getting into when I married her, so sometimes it can be tough.
I know. But it's nice you and I can share these moments.
Yes, it is. Being married to a doctor can be tough, but, you know, when that doctor happens to be a lovely woman like Eve, it just makes things a little bit easier. And I know she's busy today, she's at the hospital, she's swamped with everything, but...
Sheridan, you're the love of my life. But, if this is what you want, I'm not gonna stand in your way.
Maurice, this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. But yes, this is what I want. You go and be happy. Get all the things in life that I can't give you.
All right. You gonna be all right?
You've got to tell TC you can't let Liz do it first. You've got too much to lose. You've got a loving, devoted husband, 2 beautiful daughters.
I know what's at stake. It's
Yeah,
just...
but no matter how angry TC gets, he's bound to be angry if he hears it from someone other than you.
You're right. I have to be the one to tell him.
Well, Mother Nature certainly made it beautiful, but she also made it cold.
Liz, how about if I buy you a cup of coffee?
Perfect. You know, TC, you are so lucky that you can trust Eve completely. But it must be hard for the other doctors' spouses. I mean, you know, getting that phone call night after night saying that they're stuck at the hospital with some sort of emergency.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
What I mean is, you know, how do they know for certain that their spouse is really at the hospital and not meeting a lover somewhere?
Well, Liz, I'm sure things like that happen, but Eve is not the kind of doctor that runs off for a 2-hour lunch and ends up having a fling with a lover. If Eve says she's at the hospital, I know that's exactly where she is.
I promise you all, I have no ulterior motive here. I would just like to get back to my old life at the Crane Mansion as soon as possible. Well, what a coincidence, because that's why I'm here today. You know, I have been thinking, and you definitely see things more clearly in the light of day after a good night's sleep. And while I definitely think that you're way out of line, saying those things about me, my son, and my family, I've decided that I was too harsh on you, Ivy, and I should not have thrown you out in the cold last night.
Yes, it was harsh. But I accept your apology.
And wait, I'm not finished yet. I want to try to make it up to you. Well, I'd like you to move back into the Crane Mansion right now. Today. I mean, I think that if we try, we can be one big happy family. I can't wait to find out what Louis said to Sheridan.
Why, Bessie? Why? You are only going to be disappointed. Those two are mad for each other. They are going to be together forever, and you are going to be alone, as I always predicted. So that must be the visiting nurse service.
Louise. Louise is gone now. But I'm here. Right by your side. I'll be here from now on, Antonio. Until death do us part. I've destroyed Antonio's life by being in it.
You have to help me. My daughter is trying to kill me.
I know who Liz's sister is. I can't believe it. Eve is really going to tell.